Well, Heath, have you had time to reflect on yesterday?
On my own, I have. We haven't had the team review yet, but look, it's a disappointing loss. It's a big game. It's probably an 8-point game, and we're disappointed with the result.
Brett said after the game that he thought there was perhaps a lack of effort from you guys. Do you think that was the case?
Look, it's hard to say there's a lack of effort because we always go out there and try. But I think the fact that we probably, we weren't playing with the intensity or the pressure that we have in previous weeks, and it just shows when you're 5% off your game, we're not good enough. So lack of effort, probably a bit harsh, but the effort wasn't to the standard that we're used to.
He said he noticed that there might have been some signs last week in training that you might have been a bit off. Was that the case? Do you think?
Look, no, I don't. Look, they take nothing away from West Coast. They played fantastic yesterday, and they beat us in pretty much all areas of the ground, forward, mid, and back. But I don't think the boys are complacent or anything like that. It's just the fact that we probably didn't turn up with the same pressure and resolve that we have previous weeks. And like I said, 5% off makes a big difference.
They're genuine top four.
They are. They're a very good side. That's our biggest defeat of the year, and they clearly outplayed us for most of the game.
How do you overcome that now, Heath? Given that we are past the halfway point of the season, going into the pointy end, how do you overcome that and get that 5% back going forward? Yeah,
I don't think it's the end of the world. It's not a big issue. We just got to go back out, train hard, and we've been up for a long time, and it was a disappointing result yesterday. But we got a good game plan, and one we believe in, and doesn't matter what personnel comes in and play, we believe that it's a winning game plan for us. And as long as we really knuckle down and come with that application to play, I'm sure we'll bounce back. So the test is going to be this week, how we respond, and there's no easy way or there's no quick fix. It's just we've got to come out on Saturday and play against the Tigers and have a win.
Michael Jamieson having scans this morning. Obviously, if he is to miss a few weeks, what does that do to the defence?
Obviously, he's a very good player, a very important player for us, and he's having a great year. So obviously, it'll be a bit of a dent for our back line. But like I said, we've got a strong game plan that we believe in, and someone will come up, get the opportunity to play full back and do the role. And we just got to get more support. I think we allowed West Coast yesterday to have too many one-on-one contests or marking contests with their big tall forwards, and we didn't get back and support our backmen as much. And Jamo going off probably hurt us a bit. But if we pressure the midfield more, allow their kicks to be under pressure going forward and get back in our back line to support, we can really affect their opposition's forward line, and we've got to do that better.
So it does look like he missed at this stage?
Look, I really don't know. I haven't seen him since the game. I know he's getting scans this morning, and I'm sure once the scans are done, he'll speak to the doc, and hopefully he'll be right to play, but I'm not sure,
The game against a traditional rival on a Saturday afternoon in front of a big crowd, probably the perfect tonic to get back.
Yeah, it is, and obviously they're always big games, close games, and it's one we'll be looking forward to, as I'm sure Richmond will be as well. So, like I said, there's no quick fix. We just got to come out this week and apply ourselves like we have previous weeks, and respond.
Without looking too far ahead, it is a big month coming up. We're talking about traditional rivals, Richmond, Collingwood, and Essendon. Something to look forward to as a playing group.
Oh, definitely. We want to play finals, and we believe we're going to play finals this year. So it's a good month to really start springboarding ourselves into playing finals football, and it's going to be a good test over the next month to see where we're at. We've been hit with injuries, but we'll start getting a few players back, and it's a good time of the year for us, and we'll be looking forward to the challenges.
Do you learn much from yesterday?
Yeah, look, we'll go through the review obviously and see where we can improve and where we went well. But I don't think we're going to get too worried about it. We had a bad day and West Coast played really well. Yes, we just got to respond and get back to working how we have been and bounce back. But I don't think we're going to get too overworked about it.
Where exactly do you think they've improved?
Look, they were good everywhere. Their big men were great yesterday. They created more of a contest than us. Their midfield probably beat ours. Their forward line beat our back line. Their back line beat our forward line. So look, their overall pressure is really good. They really restricted us, didn't allow us the freedom that we have of previous weeks, I suppose, and made our ball use more pressured, I suppose. But they've improved in a lot of different areas, and they're playing good football yesterday. And we probably didn't apply ourselves, like I said at the start, we didn't apply ourselves with the pressure and come with the pressure that we have in previous weeks, and allowed them a bit more freedom.
What do you put that down to?
Look, it's probably just a little bit of a mindset. You know, we've had things been going well throughout the season, and we've had some good wins, and you know, personnel change. That's not the excuse, but you know, we just probably weren't, you know, 95%, not 100% yesterday.
Is that the best forward press you've played up against this year?
Yeah, this year, yes.
When you talk about that pressure that perhaps you guys didn't have yesterday, is that something you notice that you're not applying yourself during the game, or is it something you only generally see after the game?
No, you do know, and look, it's been well mentioned throughout the year. That's been a significant improvement of our game this year, and yeah, it's been one of the major reasons why we've been playing good football, and it just shows when we don't bring that same pressure that we're going to lose games. So it's an area we need to lift this week.
Just going back to when you said it's the best forward press you come up against, it's a pretty good call given you have come up against Collingwood earlier this year, but you really think they're at a level above?
Yeah, look, on yesterday's game, I'm not taking anything away from Collingwood at all, but I just think they were really good yesterday, and you know, our ball use wasn't great, so they hemmed us in and really pressed us back and didn't allow us the freedom. So on yesterday's game, they played really well, and that's the best we've played against so far this year. Yeah.
Just to clarify, I think Brandon actually said after the match that Carlton lacked the hunger that West Coast had, maybe not necessarily the effort. Do you still dispute that?
Look, it's always going to be a tough one to argue, and yeah, we didn't play well, but you know, to say we didn't have hunger or we lacked effort, yeah, obviously he's seen something in the group. Like I said, we were 95%, not 100%, but you know, you always go out there to play to win, and you always want to beat your opponent, and you know, you're out there trying, but we're just a little bit off, and he sensed that, and you know, we paid the price.
Did you get a good view of Nick Nat-Newey's grab?
Yeah, it was a big grab. Hopefully Big Shawnee Hampson takes a car though.